Hello there and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ngani Titan. We're here on the south coast and I'm in the AMX Chaffee. It was one of my practice games that I had before this weekend on the AMX Chaffee and on the AMX CDC, basically where I was trying to get used to the tanks. Well, in this case the CDC, I was trying to get used to the tank because I hadn't played too many games in it and it had been quite a while since I'd played. In the Chaffee I was basically getting used to the idea of playing with a crew with practically no skills. I had one skill, Sixth Sense, and they were training another one. I had some decent games over the weekend so far, and I'll probably have more later on. And I've managed to get a few completions. However, next week is the Czechoslovakians versus Japan. Now, I don't have tanks from either nation. I played some Japanese tanks very early on when they came out first. So I have, I think, up to possibly tier 3 on Japanese light tanks. But I've no particular preference between either the Japanese or the Czechs. I kind of vacillate one way or the other. So if people who are watching have a preference and voice it in their comments before Tuesday, there's a good chance that they will actually influence my decision. As I said, I have no particular preference. I kind of vacillate one way or the other. The only thing I have against the Czechoslovakian tanks is I think the premium tank that's available is a flag tank, and I'm not particularly fond of flag tanks. I wouldn't be particularly keen on buying one. That said, I don't really know, so if anybody, like I said, has any interest in seeing me play a particular line of tanks, now's the chance to speak up and say so. So I'm parked in the bush and I'm getting some pretty good spots in. I've detected quite a few tanks. I haven't been spotted, but I haven't fired. And while I have relatively low skills on the tank, the total tier of the game is pretty low. It's maximum tier 7, so the tanks I'm up against don't have huge view ranges. One of the problems with the AMX Chaffee is you can get into tier 10 games, and without a lot of skills it's very hard to be competitive at tier 10 in passive scouting, because a lot of the tier 10 mediums, tank destroyers, and even have massively outclass you in view range, and they will spot you even if you're in bush, unless you have quite a few camouflage perks to improve your concealment. So I've pushed forward into a slightly more advanced bush to pick up some more damage, and now I'm getting tempted, I think, to start shooting. So I've spotted 8 tanks, which is pretty good. I think it's good enough to get me a scout medal. So I started putting some fire into that medium tank, the T-43, because it's always good to take out medium tanks, and I'm reasonably sure that my basic rounds will actually penetrate. And so far I've still not been spotted. And my allies are still putting in rounds, so overall it's pretty useful. Now I fire at the A44 and he spots me straight away, so I just bail out of there. There's too many tanks with a view of that area to be hanging around. So I come over here. There was a heavy tank on the beach, so I came over here to see could I get a kind of a spot on him. That tank destroyer has no hope of getting any good impression on anybody on the beach down here, but I might. However, he's not here. He may have been here, but he's moved on. So I contemplated going down the cliff after him, but then I decided I'd go up through the town. So initially I'm going to come out and have a look at this part of the beach, see if he's anywhere near here, because I thought he might have moved up to the promenade front, but he's there, right there. And I don't particularly want to go down on top of him, his location straight away. He's a full health T-29 and I won't be able to take him out. And the tank destroyer is not in a position to engage him. In fact, the tank destroyer has moved away, and there's a heavy tank coming around the corner, and there's another heavy tank moving into the town. But I've got to deal with this Chaffee. Even if I did want to go down and attack the T-29 with the Chaffee behind me, it would have been too risky. So I managed to put a lot of effective fire into the Chaffee. He isn't doing so well against me because he's trying to hit me as I'm going around him. whereas he's staying relatively stationary, which is making it a lot easier for me. So now we get up behind the T-29 and I start putting rounds at the back of them, but I'm not having a lot of effect. T-29 is well armoured and the penetration of my basic rounds isn't that massive. And whoa, that was close. That was the artillery, the S-51. Somebody shooting me from the ridgeline in front of the spawn area as well. So I better get out of here. I don't want to be around for a second shot at that S-51. He's got a pretty long reload time, but he's a big, powerful gun. So I was very fortunate there to survive that. So we get around again, see if we can get some more shots in the T-29. Things are pretty even team-wise. So taking out the T-29 will free up 2 tanks and give our team a bit of an advantage. So there he is. He's on pretty low health. He's been worked over fairly thoroughly, but he's still alive, so he's holding his own. So I put a couple of rounds into the back of him, and that's the finish of him. So now we've pulled ahead a bit. We're up by 2 tanks. I need to go for the reload and probably then go back up for artillery. He's up somewhere around the spawn area based on the arc that shot that came in on me there, assuming he hasn't relocated. So off we go. That might have been a lag spike. I don't think I really wanted to drive through the houses like that. It's one of the problems that I have. I get these things occasionally, so we'll put up with it. So we come in to the base and see what is to be seen. And we're spotted. And there's a M4A3E2, which I think is the Sherman Jumbo. So I start putting rounds into him. I can hear the artillery firing and missing, so it's okay for a while. He's tucked up on them rocks up there and I really don't want to go in after him. So I'm out of ammunition and I've taken quite a pounding actually from that Sherman. So it's time to get out of here. I need to reload, especially before the artillery gets a bead in my position, which is why I'm constantly kind of weaving and ducking, trying to make it difficult for the artillery. The artillery respots me as I cross the low part of the ridgeline there. So I'm going to go down further, handbrake turn in case he's pointing ahead of me. And I thought, well, if he can spot me, maybe I can acquire him from here, but he's moving. He's obviously aware that I'm pretty stealthy and more, and I'll spot him at a distance that he will not spot me from. So he's moved location. So now I'm considering, do I go after the artillery? And I thought, well, actually I'll help the tank destroyer face down that Jumbo Sherman. That guy in the Jumbo Sherman actually gave me a message after the game telling me that he was reporting me for hacking because I'm driving a gold tank. It seems that if you drive a gold tank you're automatically hacking. So anyway, yeah, I've come across that view once or twice before, so however, we go down, we put another round into him, we don't quite finish him off. And I miss, and I bounce a shot, he kills me. So that was a bit much to be reporting me for hacking after he killing me. I mean, wasn't it enough to just kill me? However, situation is well in hand. The team are closing in and he's only got like a couple of hit points left. And he's finished off. So that's it.
Mission accomplished.
Game over. How do we do? We did pretty well actually. 2,000 damage, over 2,000 spotting damage, second class mastery and a scout medal. So that was pretty good. But the AMX Chaffee is pretty formidable at tier and we came first by experience. So thank you for watching. And please consider giving the video a like and the channel a subscription if you haven't already done so. And thank you very much, and see you again soon.